Yo no he visto nada. Sé que está la chica de hielo esta, ¿vale? La Chinglu, algo así. Y creo que Topaz, que es una nueva, que de hecho ya la hemos visto en cartas, ¿vale? La hemos visto en armas y en cartas, ¿vale? Por ahí. No sé nada del stream tampoco, mejor, primeras reacciones, ¿no? Pensé que esto era el modo de espera, ¿no? Vamos a verlo en rediferido aquí. Decidme si está alto, cualquier cosita. Pero ¿quién narices es Topaz y qué hace? Vamos a verlo. Vamos a verlo. Ah, vale, ya empieza. Ya empieza. ¡Viene! Dice el programa traerá una interacción con la Corporación de la Paz. ¿Oh? No, está muy alto. Ostras, 7 de marzo, ¿en serio? ¿Pero qué pinta aquí? ¿Qué coño? Prefiero los chivis, la verdad. Esto... Que sí, que has empezado, sí. Corporación para la Paz Interestelar, what? Ah, bueno, claro, el tren. Qué mona, ¿no? Es que en japonés no está subtitulado, entonces paso. El directo en japonés no está subtitulado. Te pone el tráiler si lo veremos en japonés. Internet no empieza, ¿qué pasa, Gaps? ¿Te va mal? ¡Oh, se viene! A ver el tráiler. ¿What? ¡Oh! Tendremos evento de batalla, no te creo. ¡Oh, let's go! ¡Mira, Luca! Ah, mira, Topaz. ¡Qué guay! ¡Vamos a tener batalla! Pero qué fuerte empieza, ¿no? En plan Tekken, ¿no? Mira, ahí tenéis a Topaz. Es DPS, ¿eh? Es guerrera. Guerra de fuego. ¿What? Petiki. Buena misar. Petiki pasó. Ah, mira. Mira, esta es la que me gusta a mí. Buah, es que va a haber lore de las dos partes. Oh. ¿Qué dice? ¿What? ¿Qué de cosa, no? Ah, van los códigos. ¿Sabéis que yo no he puesto? Cacería guerrera. ¿Vale? Sería guerrera y creo que la Inglu es destructora, es decir, snooker. De hecho, me lo habéis enviado y Suki me lo envió también, pero no he abierto la página para poder canjearlo. Voy a abrirlo mientras tanto. Lo habéis pasado por ahí, ¿eh? Yo tengo que conectarme, tengo iniciación.
Te llena de ternura con Kanachan.
Ah. Gracias. Ah. Ah. Qué mona. A ver si lo veo. Lo habéis pasado, ¿no? En charlas, que me acuerdo yo. Bueno, si no lo tengo de Suki, ¿eh? Si no lo tengo de Suki. Vamos a ver. Muy, fue Suki, ¿eh? Lo paso por Discord, ¿eh?
Miss Jingliu might look young and elegant, but people say she's experienced and super dangerous. I was a little nervous when the director told me I'd be introducing her today. So I thought, why don't I see if I can bring in another young, elegant, experienced, and dangerous lady to help me with the intro. Next up, let's put our hands together and welcome
los paso por el chat.
Navigator of the Astral Express.
Wow, March.
Hola, Himeko guapa.
Himeko, you're here already?
That's right. I walked in just as someone happened to be calling me a young, elegant, experienced, and dangerous lady.
Vale, lo paso por Discord ya. Los tres funcionan, ¿eh? Lo acabo de comprobar.
So, you want to take it from here, Himeko?
Sure thing.
Ahí tenéis los tres.
Hi, everyone. As March said, I'm Himeko, navigator of the Astral Express. Today I'll be introducing you to a living Cienjo legend.
Pibona, tía buena, polvorona, digo, te queremos. Vale, la primera es Jingliu. O sea, ya es primera. Oh, 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 qué bonita. Qué bonita. ¿Veis? Hielo destrucción. Exacto, ya fue la maestra Yingwan, del Juancho. Hija sabrosa, ¿eh? Recuerden que quedó como inmortalizada también, algo así, un rollo, ¿eh? Al aprendiz de su aprendiz. Eso fue su historia, ¿eh?
I'd bolt if I saw her coming my way.
I can't say I blame you. After the Mara took hold of Jingliu, she became a different person. As for the day she crossed paths with Yanqing, it was quite the twist of fate.
I guess so. In any
O sea, están todos afectados por el Mara menos Yingwan, por lo que veo.
But if you catch her on a good day, she's as calm as moonlight on a
bueno, y quitando... Bueno, no, es que se murió el anterior dragón, ¿no? Entonces ahora está Dangen, no Danfeng.
Jingliu is an ice-type character following the path of destruction, who uses 2 different states in combat.
Oh.
Different states? What's that?
Think of it this way. When Jingliu is in prolonged combat, her Mara-struck persona takes over and she changes states. When Jingliu uses her skill, Transcendent Flash, she accumulates stacks of syzygy.
Whoa.
Se parece un poco a... Se parece un poco a Blaze, ¿no?
When syzygy stacks up to a set amount, Jingliu is consumed by Mara and enters a spectral transmigration state. In the spectral transmigration state, Jingliu's every attack deducts a set percentage of HP from her ally's max HP. However, her attack increases according to the corresponding...
Buah, esto un healer sí o sí, ¿eh?
See? I told you she attacks her allies.
While in the spectral transmigration state, Jingliu's skill, Transcendent Flash, becomes Moon on Glacial River, and she is unable to launch basic attacks. Moon on Glacial River doesn't consume skill points, but does consume stacks of syzygy. When stacks reach 0, Jingliu exits the spectral transmigration state. Jingliu's ultimate, Floor Ephemeral Dream Flux, deals a set percentage of her attack as ice damage to a single target
Madre mía.
enemies, as well as granting her additional stacks of
Tochísima, ¿no?
Normal state ice beauty Jingliu, or red-eyed spectral transmigrator state Jingliu. She's one heck of a sword master.
According to Cienjo records, she was taken by the Ten Lords before the onset of Mara, and
Sí,
subsequently
exactamente.
detained in the shackling prison. The famous confrontation with her apprentice, Jing Yuan, would come later.
Becoming
Que es la animación aquella que vimos cuando se vino Jin Yuan.
But they're still trying to find a way to break free of the cycle.
In the brand new 1.4 mission, Clouds Leave No Trace, an anonymous letter silently appears on the
¡Ostras!
Express. It seems an unexpected visitor has extended an invitation.
¿Será la historia de Jin
looking to
Yuan?
connect with Don Hung to delve deeper into the tale of the Cienjo. Past events may feel distant in the present, but it's only right to give this story its proper conclusion. Valiant figures from times of old reunite with familiar faces.
Toma trama, ¿eh?
Themselves in a world
Se viene trama nueva, ¿eh?
one they once knew.
I heard the reason Jing Liu wears a blindfold is to avoid catching sight of certain objects on the Cienjo. The things that would trigger her memory, and the Mara inside her.
Well, not seeing isn't the same as not remembering. She's never forgotten those who fought alongside
Guay,
her.
que esta personaje.
As for solving the
Por
Mara
saber, es la que falta por ver.
We'll just have to stay tuned for the upcoming Cienjo story.
Ah, looks like Jing Liu's next move is gonna be trending all over the Cienjo. Hey, Himeko, what if I start doing my own live streams? They could track Jing Liu's every step. I bet they'd get loads of views.
Sorry, March.
Qué
I'm
mona.
chasing trends. Your content will probably end up clashing with the IP.
Vaya, pobrecita.
Really? But my favorite streamers are always saying you gotta go with the hype. Anyway, how do you think I'm doing so far,
Hay que tener
Himeko?
mentalidad de tiburón.
For this
Siempre
episode,
mentalidad de
lots of
tiburón, si no nunca tienes
research.
éxito.
Plus, I got lots of tips from my favorite streamer.
And which streamer would this be?
Ta-da! She's a streamer called Gwenithan. Her streams are super entertaining.
Gwenithan? I can't say I've heard of her.
Bueno, si me la
You
presentan.
haven't? She's on the Cienjo too. How about... I know, I'll tell you all about her.
Vale, esta es la de 4 estrellas. Sí, es streamer, por lo que veo, ¿eh? Y es mona, pero no sé qué hace. ¡Oh! ¡Que tiene los perretes! ¡Ay, que tiene los perretes! Ya la
There
quiero.
was one night I couldn't
¡Ah!
sleep, and
¡Ay,
I ended up
agilidad!
watching Gwenithan's Kwaiban live
O sea, es de
stream.
buffer.
I've never heard anything like it. I subscribed straight away. It was meant to be.
Her attire is very Cienjo, but it feels like she's not from the Lothu.
She's not from any of the Cienjo ships. I think her real name was Guinevere or something. Anyway, Gui means fine wood, Nai means to exist, and Fen means fragrant. Su Shang came up with it for her. She's her bestie.
What lovely
What?
imagery.
I know. Plus, if you think about it, Guinevere and Gwenithan do sound kinda similar. If you say them a few times, right?
No.
We might want to steer clear of wordplay, March. I heard the Cienjo issues fines for that.
Uh-huh? Seriously?
Cienjo culture is vast and profound.
Hombre, ya me
There's still
extrañaba que había una
much to
streamer por
learn.
ahí, ¿no?
Gwenithan says that Su Shang is always schooling her on local culture and customs. Su Shang is as Cienjo as it gets. I feel like everything I learned about the Cienjo I learned from them.
Live streaming.
O sea, es de nihilidad de
fun,
fuego.
a
Puede estar
passion
interesante,
for
a ver qué
Cienjo
hace.
culture. Gwenithan seems like a girl of many talents.
She is. Although I feel like she mainly uses them to impress her bestie. Did you know that Gwenithan is actually a street performer? Not to mention she's also
ver.
super talented on the battlefield. Gwenithan is a fire-type character following the path of night.
¡Buah!
When using her
Cobruta, ¿no, mi
spell,
niña?
Blazing Welcome, Gwenithan launches firecrackers, dealing fire damage to her target and adjacent enemies with a chance of inflicting burn. After unlocking
vale.
the trace high pulls, her basic attack, Standing Ovation, also has a chance of inflicting enemies with burn.
Ah.
Curious. Why firecrackers exactly?
Gwaynifin says that in Cienjo legends, artists use firecrackers to fend off scary beasts. In return, the nobility supported the artists financially. Gwaynifin is just continuing the tradition, and friendly locals are only too happy to support her.
¡Qué
Funnily
guay!
enough, her talent is called Patreon benefits. When Gwaynifin is on the battlefield and an enemy sustains burn damage, there's a chance they'll enter a Fire Kiss state. Fire Kiss is stackable and limited to a set number of turns.
Ah, sí se ve ahí.
Fire Kiss state,
Aquí.
enemies sustain increased damage. Which reminds
Ah,
me,
ahí está el
Gwaynifin
debuffer.
livestreamed a battle once too.
¡Qué buena!
Ultimate. Watch this showstopper. Summons and detonates an even bigger firecracker in the form of a D-ting. Dealing
Gracioso.
fire damage to all enemies. Targets already inflicted with burns sustain additional damage as a set percentage of the fire damage.
Vamos, que le bajan mucho la defensa, aumentándole el crítico del daño a ellos.
Livestream data. I bet it was an instant hit.
About that.
Bueno, no es como una baja de defensa como tal, sino que reciben más daño.
I think she violated the platform's fire safety policy.
Oh.
¡Ostras!
What do you
Atrae el
think?
campo de batalla.
Got a better picture of
Oye, no está
Gwaynifin?
mal, ¿eh?
And I can see
La
why you're
mención
so
cuando se mete el
popular.
bufo es Jesucristo, total, ¿eh?
Isn't she? I'll message you the link to her streams right now. Sometimes she even sends gifts to her fans. Hey, Gwaylings, check this out. Scale Gorge spring water, clear and tasteless, rich in calories. One sip. Ah, you just saved yourself a meal. Actually,
Promocionando.
I bought some 5-liter Scale Gorge spring water during Gwaynifin's last stream. When you're watching her stream, you gotta be ready to grab the deals. They're awesome.
Wait a minute, March. If that's the case, those bottles of Scale Gorge spring water in the Express's storage room, you bought all of those?
Yeah, what about them?
Capaz que las tiró.
Interesting. Just the other day, Welt was telling me about his new healthy lifestyle habits. Apart from exercise, he's been drinking 8 glasses of water a day.
Oh, vaya, ya le gasto el agua.
He's gained a little weight.
Dani
Guess it
Depp-
must have
dice
been-
ya estoy aquí, babes.
¿Qué tal,
Papi de los
Jin?
vuelitos regreso.
Drinking the,
Papi Duelito regresó, let's
Right,
go.
Himeko. We should get back to the show. The next person we'll be talking about is Topaz.
A ver, Topaz.
Sure. So, who's Topaz?
Actually, I don't know either.
Vale,
But the
bien.
director said that Topaz works for the IPC. She even knows that presenter, Albert. Speaking of, let's get him on the line. He can introduce Topaz. Albert?
Sí, aquí no está el búho de Harry Potter. No le pagan lo suficiente. Ah, bien. Ahora sí, Mochibi.
Saturday night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and I'm your good buddy Albert.
Así.
Why did our art style change?
On my show, we go
Exacto.
by style.
¡Viva el chibi!
Allow
¡Viva!
me, Albert, a professional Interastral Peace Corporation anchor, to introduce to you.
Búho Berto es un personaje de Casa Búho, no es broma. ¿En serio? ¿En serio? Y yo creí que era el búho de Harry Potter. ¡Ay! ¡Oh!
Dani Depp- dice en Duel Links han introducido la saga de Seven y metieron
vale.
los Rush Duel de esa saga.
No me gusta esa
Dejando
saga.
como un mundo diferente y además el nivel de los NPC se pone a uno sin contar la subida de niveles de otros mundos.
¡Qué guay! Otra, mejorar el Duel Links, ¿no? Para lo que venía yo, que era más aburrido. Oye, te mardo, ¿no? ¡Ay, qué mona!
Topaz is a rising star.
Así que ella es la maestra de las mascotitas de oro, ¿no?
Currently heading up the Special Deaths Picket Team.
Sí, es el búho
She's a
talismán de Eda, la maestra de la protagonista, coño.
remarkable ability.
The Special Debts Picket Team. I think I've heard of them.
Well, as you may know, among the universe's major investors and lenders, the IPC is a big fish. And with so many venture capital projects, there are bound to be bumps in the road. Topaz is our go-to person to smooth out the bumps and make sure we recover what's owed.
Oh, I get it. So the corporation's in the red?
When dealing with defaulters,
Con moroso.
Topaz's methods are swift and effective, saving the IPC from many a potential loss. She also has a great knack for investments, turning even the bleakest projects into success stories and ensuring huge returns for
Es
the
una
corporation.
economista como yo, yay.
Impressive. Does she
Tenemos cazadora de fuego 5 estrellas.
Within the walls of the IPC, there is indeed a rumor that Topaz's stellar success might have something of the supernatural about it.
Oh?
Oh,
supernatural? Oh, reminds me of Gwen Ivan's ghost hunting streams.
Ghost hunting? Let's not jump the gun. When people think of Topaz, they don't think about ghosts, but a certain unmistakable companion. I'm talking about her warp trotter.
el
Numby.
chanchito. Esa es la
She may
maestra.
look like a cute mascot, but Numby is Topaz's trusted sidekick, both at work and out on the battlefield. Numby has a keen sense for sniffing out wealth, security checks, debt settlements, and calculations.
Oh, interesante. El diseño está chula, ¿no? Lo usé de GIF para anunciar el directo, ¿eh?
Any and all debt disputes that could threaten the IPC's operations. Numby is a legit employee. They even have an official role and title.
Really?
Really? And don't forget,
Really?
the corporate world mirrors the battlefield in more ways than one. Topaz's prowess in the former is just as swift and formidable in the latter. And you better believe Numby plays a huge part in that. Topaz and Numby
A ver.
are fire-type characters following the path of the hunt. At the start of an allied turn, if no enemy on the battlefield is inflicted with proof of debt, Topaz will inflict this state on a random enemy,
Al
thereby
azar.
boosting the follow-up attack damage they receive. During battle, Numby starts out with an initial speed and acts autonomously,
Ojo.
attacking enemies inflicted with proof of debt. Excluding Numby's own turns,
Wow,
every
eso
time an
mola,
allied
¿eh?
follow-up attack hits an enemy inflicted with proof of debt, Numby's action is advanced forward.
Seems like Numby and Topaz share a strong bond.
They make a tight unit. Speaking of which, Topaz's
Me
skill,
encanta.
difficulty
Está gracioso encima de la
plan, is able
cabeza.
to reallocate proof of debt to a different target, allowing Numby to immediately launch an assault and deal a
Coño.
set percentage of Topaz's attack as fire damage to the new target. This counts as a follow-up attack. Topaz's ultimate, Turn a Profit, allows Numby to enter the Windfall Bonanza state. In this state, damage and crit damage dealt by Numby both experience an increase. If that wasn't enough,
Vamos, los
every time an
stonks.
ally's basic attack, skill, or
Literal, la ulti es un
hits an enemy
stonk.
inflicted with proof of debt, Numby's
Buenísimo,
action
¿eh?
is additionally advanced
Oh.
forward. After Numby launches a set number
Ostras,
of attacks,
buenísimo, ¿no?
is dispelled.
Whoa.
No una ulti de daño, pero sí de bufo para la mascota.
Some believe that everything
Qué
possesses a
bonito.
soul.
Ah, qué
I
mono.
believe that if you treat all living things with genuine care, regardless of whether they're human, they'll respond in kind.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Numby's not done yet. Topaz and
¡Ah, que
Numby's
te encuentra
technique,
los
Explicit
tesoros!
Sensitivity,
La
allows
quiero,
Topaz
ya la
to summon
quiero.
Numby when
Para que me
entering a
encuentren los
map.
tesoros explorando,
Numby
let's
then
go.
automatically seeks out basic treasures and trotters within a certain range, leading
¡Qué
Topaz right to the
fuerte!
loot. The best part? Trotters won't be alerted to their approach. And this effect
¡Oh!
doesn't even consume
¡Oh,
technique
no!
points. If Topaz and
¡Hola!
Numby enter combat
Venga, va,
after
flipo.
using their technique,
Flipo.
our little warp trotter regenerates a set amount of Topaz's energy after launching their first attack. If Topaz and Numby
Uno
are
de
still
PC de
in the
fuego no me
team
viene mal,
after
¿eh?
winning a battle entered in this way, the team receives a small amount of additional credits up to a set daily limit. The above also goes for winning battles entered in this way within the simulated universe. But instead of credits, the team receives a small amount of cosmic fragments with a chance to bag a random curio.
¡Hola!
That's quite the skill set.
Joder,
Seems like Topaz
es buena,
and
¿eh?
Numby have a
Ya me he quedado dudando, ¿eh?
backup approach to debt collection.
Pero me falta hielo en el
All
equipo.
that and no debuffs. We might as well call Numby the omnipotent cosmic piggy bank.
Si me saliera... Bueno, si subo a 7 de marzo no tendré problema.
If there's an eon of prosperity out there, I doubt they want competition. Truth be told, Topaz doesn't care much about Numby's wealth-generating abilities. Here at the IPC, she has a reputation for being clean as a whistle. Money just isn't that important to her. Money is
Ah,
a means
claro,
to
porque
an end.
no está
What
pobre.
should make you happy? Topaz looks after Numby because she loves them. Simple as that. That's not all I heard. In version 1.4, stagnant shadow shape of scorch.
¡Oh, tenemos nuevo!
Beat it, and you can snag the
Para
essential
subir, me imagino, a
material
Topaz
required for
y a
Topaz
Jingliu.
with knifing, searing steel blade.
Albert, are you sure Topaz is just your colleague? It feels like
Vaya.
she's got a way bigger role than you.
What? Clearly, you've never worked in a top-tier company. In esteemed
Cierto.
enterprises like ours, we stress a horizontal approach to management. As long as one has their own methodology, finds their own niche, and employs their own strategy, they can exert unlimited influence and change the fate of a project.
Himeko, is he making any sense to you?
I'm not quite following.
Look, I might not get the ins and outs of investing.
Señor Búho, te han delatado. Te has delatado tú solo.
Those dazzling slides on Topaz? Yup, my creation. Impressive. It's all about making yourself indispensable in the
miren.
workplace.
En Topaz,
We're here
la
right
cosa
now.
acopla.
Acknowledge my presence. Utmost respect.
How's it hanging, Owly? Hi, viewers.
Topaz.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. You guys probably mentioned already, but I work in the Strategic Investment Department at the IPC headquarters. It's an honor to be here for Miss March 7's show today, and to meet Miss Himeko.
Hi, Topaz!
Nice to meet
Ay, qué
you.
interactivo este directo, ¿no?
Topaz, what brings you here?
A while ago, we received an investment application from the Interastral Peace Media Department. It seems the IPM's presenters want to expand the program's reach. As such, the corporation sent
Oh.
me to evaluate the program's performance.
Director Topaz, I'll show you my expertise right now. So without further
Lo estaba haciendo bien hasta ahora.
ado, let's unveil version 1.4's eagerly awaited 5-star character.
Vamos.
During the first phase of 1.4 in the character Event Warp, Gentle Eclipse of the Moon, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character
Piensa
Jingliu.
Jingliu.
And during the second phase of 1.4, 2 character Event Warps will become available. In the character Event
Vale,
Warp,
como
Sunset
siempre,
Clause,
la nueva
Trailblazers
personaje
can
está
obtain the
con el
limited 5-star
segundo
characters
banner.
Topaz and Numby. Meanwhile, in the character Event Warp Butterfly on Sword Tip, the limited 5-star character Zila will be making a return. And I almost
Vale,
forgot
veis,
to
ahí está la
mention,
streamer.
the 4-star
Aquí.
character Gwennyfin will
La
also
nueva.
be a part of these 2 second phase character Event Warps.
Look who's back!
Espérate.
I almost forgot to mention, the 4-star character Gwennyfin will also be a part of these 2 second phase characters.
Que hay reruns, señores.
It's Zila!
Tenemos reruns, tenemos
We
reruns.
last saw her in
Quien no
Bangkok.
tuvo a hacerle lo tiene la oportunidad, señores.
We're also eagerly
Vuelven las
anticipating
reruns.
1.4's 5-star light cones. And 1.4's first phase light cone event warp. The
Y mirad,
drop
y
rate
viene
of
con la
the
nueva
5-star
personaje y
light
todo, ¿eh?
cone, I shall be my own self.
Agüita, logos, ¿eh?
It's that sword-wielding beauty again!
Standing there in the moonlight
¡Oh!
without a blindfold,
¡Qué bonita!
amidst all those flowers. Quite the sight.
Unforgettable!
Meanwhile, in 1.4's second phase light cone event warps, the drop rates for the 5-star light cones, Worrisome Blissful, and In the Night will be boosted.
Wow, Topaz is so lucky
Tendré
to be
que ver.
surrounded by so many cute
¡Ay, qué
waterfalls.
bonita!
Get one for the Express,
Está con un
Himeko.
gatito.
Please?
I'm
Perrito.
afraid that might not be possible.
Y bueno, a ver si consigo.
Pom-Pom saying they're not keen on having anything that sheds fur in the carriages.
But Pom-Pom sheds tons of fur!
No, trotters like Numby make great companions. They're non-shedding, low maintenance, and super squishy. Plus, they can snip out valuable treasures. Or, what about adopting a talking bird?
Compara
Like
parlante.
Owly here.
What? Absolutely not. I'm the star of the IPM. And that wraps up today's Warp.
Claro, porque en Hogwarts no te pagaron bien, guapo.
Director Topaz, I was wondering, how did you rate my performance?
Let's talk about that later. The reason I'm here for March's show today is to present some small gifts to our esteemed viewers on behalf of the IPC.
Oh.
I'm not the best at crafting presentation decks, but here's a slide I worked up.
Anda. Típica presentación del juego, ¿no? Que están jugando al Honkai. Claro, porque se viene la versión de Play 5. Se viene ahora. Qué gracioso. Los códigos funcionan, ¿eh? Podéis canjearlos, ¿eh? Antes de mañana canjearlos. Pero sí, en este octubre lo tendréis en Play 5, ¿eh? Ve, el 11 de octubre, ¿vale? Oye, como mola el anuncio, ¿no?
Dive into a timeless space fantasy adventure, Honkai Star Rail.
¿Cómo mola?
Gee, thanks, Topaz. It's great you could take time out of your schedule to be on the show. You must be pretty busy.
Well, the corporation is a big part of my life. In fact,
¿Cómo veis el directo, el live stream? ¿Está alto?
Very soon. Taking part in today's program was a nice change of pace for me.
Oh, really? Eurillo 6? We've been there. So, is this a debt collecting trip?
I'm afraid I can't comment on internal IPC matters. That said, I heard the Express crew will be heading to
vale, mira, el evento.
Trailblaze Continuance Future
Vale, habrá
Market.
historia
Looking forward to seeing you all in Bellabog.
Huh?
de Velobo y evento de arena, ¿no?
Preliminary research is crucial for the smooth progression of any project. Our data collection lead informed me about a significant site on Eurillo 6.
Ah,
known as
zona
the
nueva.
Pillars of Creation, a memorial symbolizing centuries of Belabogian resistance. Out of respect, I intend to pay a visit there with a few colleagues.
Colleagues?
Oh, where are my manners? Let me introduce them. Senior staff, team leader, grunt, field personnel, and grunt,
Vale, enemigos
security
nuevos.
personnel.
They look pretty slick, but I can't help but wonder.
Are they enthusiastic about a trip to an ice planet?
I'm afraid enthusiasm doesn't come into it. The IPC's balance sheet isn't the best right now. We haven't got the capital to outsource missions like these.
That explains the recent disturbance in the corporation. As if thousands of voices suddenly sighed in exhaustion, or suddenly silenced.
Let's set that aside
Pobre
for
Henwin,
now.
haciendo todo su
Now,
esfuerzo.
I've heard all about the achievements of the Astral Express. I also heard that the train's navigator was a lady of unparalleled beauty and talent. It was a pleasure to meet you at last, Miss Himeko.
Ay, es que buenísimo. Muy guapa.
I hope I lived up to your expectations.
You exceeded them. Next time, let's see if we can meet up in person.
I'm sure we can make that happen. Once your work in Bellabog is done, perhaps you'd like to drop by the Express.
It's a deal. I've always wanted to set eyes on the Express.
Jeez. Can we get a room?
¿Cómo se nota que Himeko está en un holograma ahora mismo?
Room? What does that mean?
As another gesture of the corporation's goodwill, I'd like to introduce a brand new event.
Estaría guay yo tener una VTuber así. Una VTuber así, chibi. Que se mueva de esa manera. Oh.
Video game brand Ethereum Wars is set to unveil an offline fan event on Eurillo 6. The Interastral Tournament Festival.
Vale, lo de antes era la historia y ahora el evento, ¿no?
What's that?
Think of it as a holographic video game. To
Oh.
secure a spot in the grand final, contestants must collect and nurture ether spirits.
Pero que se mueva así, como veis, ¿no? Es una live 2D, se llama. VTuber live 2D.
Yes, they're much like Numby here. Digital replicas of creatures designed to serve as combat companions.
Oh.
Right you are, Miss
What?
Himeko. Your knowledge in this area is surprising.
I've heard a thing or two about the IPC's research
Otaku y
and
Videojuegos.
cultivation programs. Am I right in assuming that the aim of this event is to analyze the suitability of different species as fighting companions?
Correct. And we stand by our promise that
Qué
no
bueno.
real-life creatures will be harmed during Ethereum Wars. The IPC has renovated an old weapons testing ground to serve as a tournament venue. We've also set up victory zones in different locations. Herta Space Station, Eurillo 6, and the Xianzhou Laofu. Those who manage to defeat the championship
Buah, y
contenders in each
elegir.
victory zone and
Qué
complete
fuerte.
the hyperlink challenges will be greeted with generous rewards. It's also worth noting that ether spirits, both allied and enemy alike, are classified into 3 types: mechanical, humanoid, and
Qué
aberrant.
fuerte. Coge a los
In
enemigos
combat, these
para
types have a
luchar.
cyclical relationship with each one countering another. Attacking enemies that are vulnerable to your current ether spirit's type will allow you to deal extra damage.
Oh, so picking a type that counters your opponents is super important.
You got it. Furthermore, as you advance through the competition, you'll gain access to the even more formidable Overlord
Buah.
ether spirits.
Mejorarlos y
which can be
todo,
developed to
¿eh?
boost their combat prowess.
So the deeper you delve into the competition, the fiercer
¿Qué
the
coño?
fights become. This is gonna be quite the contest.
Oye, el evento guapardo, ¿no?
You okay there, March 7th?
Ether spirit, copy. Let's see. Whoa, a gold Albert.
Buenísimo.
Miss March, do I look like some battle pet to you? You
Qué
can't just collect anything and everything.
graciosa.
Curious.
A reminder to our esteemed contestants. Numerous players from across the universe will be partaking in Ethereum Wars. As you progress, new opponents will be revealed.
Ole.
After completing all challenges, exhibition matches await, where you might end up face-to-face with some unexpected opponents. And should you rise to the occasion and overcome the Interastral Tournament Festival challenges, you'll receive IPC-sponsored eligibility for a
¿Qué
special
puedo elegir un personaje? No tengo a Luca.
And there you have it. The full rundown on Ethereum Wars. Hope you all
Ole,
have fun,
no tengo a
and
Luca.
remember to treat
Puedo
your
elegir.
combat companions kindly.
O sea, que podemos elegir a uno. Qué guay, qué guay.
Bye for now.
Huh? You're leaving so soon?
Oh, no te
I'm
vayas.
sure our paths will cross again. Over to you and Albert. Keep up the good work. There will be a year-end bonus for everyone when we roll out the new project.
Thank you, Director. Your wisdom, foresight, and mentorship know no bounds. Take care now. Stay safe out there.
I should be going too. There's some maintenance on the Express to attend to. Hope to catch you all soon.
Thanks for all the help, Himeko. See you soon.
Bueno, pues que no yo solo.
Gone?
Topaz and Himeko.
Think so. Yes, take a look for yourself. See? Told you. All gone. Nobody here but me. Nobody else on the line.
Volvemos al 3D.
That's a relief. All those gifts. If you ask me, Topaz is just abusing her position to engage in a personal pastime.
Huh? Topaz's personal pastime? What's that?
Isn't it obvious to you? Maybe you should take another look at the specifics of this event.
Let me think. I got it! So Topaz's personal pastime is hunting.
Duh?
No,
Hunting.
no.
Miss March, what gave you that impression?
Well, isn't that right though? I'll show you. This
A
event is
ver.
all about sneaking up slowly and then... Hey!
Whoa, slow down a second. Topaz's pastime is cuddling creatures.
Exacto, los
Hunting them.
bichines. Vimos los gatitos, los
Grab the pets and
perritos.
cuddles the heck
Le
out of
gusta
them.
tener
She's got
animalitos.
hundreds at her company apartment.
Huh? Did you say hundreds?
¿Ciento?
How does she have the space?
Well, her company apartment is an ecological starship.
Ah,
Butts in his studio from the 2020s.
anda.
Topaz lives it up in a giant starship over at corporate HQ.
Y tiene uno acá para las mascotas. Increíble.
Let's shift our attention to some of the other thrilling events.
El buhonero
coming
no.
our way. First off, during
Pobre
the
búho.
1.4 release, the
Ah, del universo simulado otra vez.
is making its debut.
A ver qué nos traen.
And 3 other members of the Genius Society made some small renovations to the simulated universe.
Otro bien
Threw a
más,
spanner in the
más
works.
Hades.
With the code damage, the universe is beginning to expand exponentially. Madam Herda wanted me to pass a message on to our
Es que familia, lo del universo simulado
Just a minor bug.
de verdad ya es muy parte del juego, ¿eh?
Bug?
como parte de la lore, posiblemente.
Doesn't sound like it.
It's true! The Spanners in question cause the simulated universe's blessings and curios to multiply. As such, in Planar Infinity's Ordinary Plane challenges, trailblazers can obtain some wonderful buffs.
For example?
For example, a cosmic big lotto that won't disappoint?
Oh, wow!
See what I mean?
Ostras, a contenido postgame familiar tiene más que Honkai que Genshin, chicos. A contenido postgame me recuerda a Honkai Tercer Impact que al Genshin, Genshin lo que tenemos postgame es el abismo y punto, y mejorar personajes y explorar. Y ponen eventos y peleas y peleas. Es que una vez en Genshin exploran todo, que no tienen más que hacer. No sé si le gusta más el postgame aquí como el de Genshin, o el contrario.
In the simulated universe, anything is possible.
Really? I don't believe you.
You must believe me! I promise, Trailblazers. It's a walk in the park. I'm begging you.
Now I really don't believe you.
And of course...
¡Ole! Otra 10, bravo.
Without the ever stimulating...
¡Bravo! ¡Viva acá!
Come on, y'all. Give it up in the back.
¡Viva acá, actualización! Tenemos 10 gratis. ¡Yay! Quien.
We'll be welcoming in a story replay feature. When
interacting
with characters in the story, Trailblazers can now pause dialogue.
¡Oh, qué bien! Así no nos perdemos de los diálogos.
Juicy lore and tasty exposition buried under trigger happy mouse clicks. Waiting to be
Por si no hemos perdido algo, está bien.
Doesn't mean you can make new choices though. So always make choices that you know you won't regret.
We'll also be seeing the return of
Vale, lo de fisura de plano, el doble de artefactos.
During the events, successfully challenging the simulated universe and Cavern of Corrosion.
¡Ostras! Y el doble de... ¡Oh! Vale, el doble general de todos los artefactos, no solo de los complementos. Cierto, cierto.
Would you be one of those people, Miss March?
Sí.
Me? No way. Pom Pom never stops talking about that mysterious recipe they found. Things are gonna get real busy soon.
And what's a recipe got
¿Es
to do
verdad?
with being busy?
It's not just the recipe.
¡Oh!
Pom Pom's been talking about organizing a whole food tour event. So
¡Oh! Y el
strange.
colaboración...
Nobody even knows where the
¿Pero qué
recipe
comida es
came
esta?
from. What if Pom Pom runs into bad guys on the tour? I need to
Sí, pero ¿qué
protect the
comida es
conductor.
esta?
I get
¿Qué
it
empresa
now.
es?
You want to pose as a bodyguard to get a bunch of free snacks.
Hey,
O
that's
sea, no es una
clever.
colaboración KFC, ¿no? Otra vez.
Following the Express around the world. Keep your eyes
Es una gira
peeled for official
gastronómica.
announcements on when and where we'll be stopping.
Hey, I'm the
¿Cuándo
one
salía
that
la
leads
nueva? ¿Qué
people
nueva?
into
La
space
live stream
around
en 2 semanas. No sé a qué viene esa no sé cuál es la pregunta allí.
You've all been waiting for. Redemption codes.
Codes,
Yay.
codes.
Oh.
We are honored to introduce Honkai Star Rail to the PlayStation 5 on October.
Ah, detrás del desarrollo. Esto hay un vídeo aparte en YouTube, ¿vale? Por anunciar que está en Play 5 está un tráiler como bueno, un tráiler no, como un documental del desarrollo del juego y demás. ¿Veis? El 10 de octubre lo tenéis en Play 5. Creo que las vinculaciones van a ser igual de Juegos.
Wait, Albert. Who's the main presenter here? Shouldn't I be the one to bring the show to a close?
My bad. Force a habit.
Es verdad. Pobrecita de marzo.
Is there anything our main presenter would like to say to the audience?
Let me think. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, follow, and share. Let's get to 50 billion views.
50 billion. You might want to take a few zeros out there, March. Anyway, I got a flap. They're not paying me enough overtime, that's for sure. So whether or not your world...
Pero no entiendo por qué 7 de marzo lo presentó esta vez. Yo pensé que había algo relacionado con ella.
Albert, sign it off. Bye-bye.
Wait, He really made a break for it. Anyway, so that's all for today's program. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm your host, March 7th, wishing all you guys a great day.
Anda, qué mona. Pero ya, así de golpe.
Finally.
Ah, pues no.
I'm exhausted.
Ah, pues no.
Huh? Really? Oh, thank you, thank you. Actually, I was feeling super nervous. Oh, no. You guys did all the hard work. Thank
Ah,
you.
qué mona.
Huh? Is the program link up already? I'll share it with my friend. Hey, you see my stream just now? You said you'd be tuning in. Link is already up, by the way. I just shared with you. Remember to watch the whole thing. I'll be checking.
O sea, soy yo insistiendo que compartan mi directo todos los días. Den likes y compartan. Ahora sí, ¿no? Sí, ahora sí. Gracias, estuvo. Pero no entiendo el programa por qué lo presenta 7 de marzo cuando no tiene nada que ver con ella, ¿no? Yo pensé que 7 de marzo a lo mejor participaba o protagonizaba algo, pero no. Para eso el búho, como siempre. Oye, pues no ha estado nada mal. Me ha molado mucho. Y 7 de marzo estaba muy graciosa. La futura streamer, señores.